Want to run shift at midnight again? Sure, I'm low-key down. I'm low-key down. Okay, well, so what happened? How was he killed?
A series of fighter jets takes off, armed with long-range high-precision missiles. According to CIA and Israeli intelligence, a significant portion
So
of
as much
Iran's
as war
leadership
and all that sucks, bro, you gotta respect the scientists and the engineers that come up with all these crazy technology, bro. Like these jets and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
has gathered here, in a compound in Tehran. Among them,
Those are very
Ayatollah
intelligent
Ali Khamenei,
scientists, bro.
the country's supreme leader. 2 hours and 5 minutes after the jets took off, Israeli missiles strike the compound. This is how the Israeli and US attacks on Iran unfolded, how the country's leader was killed, and what has happened since.
Drank the sweet, pure draught of martyrdom.
Islamic Republic. He was determined to transform Iran into a country ruled by Islamic law.
Okay, chat, I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro. Any country that is ruled by any religion, bro, it don't matter what it is. Any country that is ruled by any religion, bro, if the religion is intertwined with the democracy and all that, bro, the country is doomed for failure, bro. If the U.S. was based on a Christian nation and shit, all like shit like that, and not on like democratic freedom of religion, freedom of speech, all that, bro, then it would have been doomed for failure from the beginning. So like if Iran, if they trying to, I'm saying this as a multi-religious man, a religion man of every religion, regardless of the religion that takes over, bro. You don't want to intertwine politics with religion, bro. Because then you'll start to oppress people who don't have the similar views and all and shit like that. So, I mean, I don't support the regime of Iran. I'm gonna be real. But is it the U.S.'s place to I mean, I heard something about the Iran killing 30,000 people in January, bro. I remember in January I saw that, and that was heartbreaking because those are protesters, bro. They wanted freedom from. Honestly, I don't even know what they were protesting for, bro. Why were they killed in January, bro? Repression by Iranian authorities. So it's directly the leaders, like these guys that were responsible for killing the protesters? What were they protesting against? Hold on. Iranian protest of 2026. Okay. Nationwide protests against Iranian government and the deepening economic crisis. Okay, so it's basically like they're going through economic crisis. People can't afford shit and stuff. So they're protesting, and apparently there was a crackdown by Khamenei, led by Khamenei himself, that led to them just murdering protesters on the street, bro. Frustration over high inflation, high food prices, currency depreciation, all this. Okay, so people are protesting, stuff like that. Okay, that's good. That's a good protest. So, 1.5 million protesters came out to the streets, and then so 30,000 were killed. Okay, so 30,000 to 36,000 were killed in Iran. So, I mean, I can't support the Iranian regime, bro, if I support the protesters that are protesting high grocery prices and stuff like that were killed. So, as much as the U.S. should not intervene in their politics, I do support, and I do not support Donald Trump and shit like this, but I do support the them entering and doing whatever they did.
And the former
But they should not kill any civilians and stuff like that. That is messed up. What I saw about the civilians getting killed, I don't know whose fault that was. Who okayed the strike on the school or whatever, killing 50 school kids. But that is terrible. Kids should not be. That should not have happened. I don't know who did that. Who was responsible for that? That is very terrible.
A Western stance. The U.S. and its close.
But yeah. Okay. So he just said in the video, right?
Khomeini abandoned the former Shah's pro-Western stance.
Okay, so if you look in Iran, bro, in a long time ago, bro, in 1960s or whatever, 1960s, bro, there were like just like the U.S., bro, like Western values and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then the regime took over, and I'm not Iranian, but you see what happened. A lot of people are oppressed and stuff like that. So I can only hope for the better. I can only hope this turns out for the better for the Iranian people. You know what I'm saying?
The
I can only hope it turns out for the better for them, bro.
Declared sworn enemies. Especially the opposition of Israel became a strategic.
And as I was saying, any country that is based on religion and shit like that will end up oppressing people and shit, just like what we saw. Even Israel does this, bro. Israel is based on Judaism, stuff like that, and they oppressed Palestinians. You know what I'm saying? So there should not be an intertwination of, that's not a word, but there should not be intertwined religion and democracy and stuff like that, bro. That's what I believe, bro.
Ideological goal. Ruhollah Khomeini died in 1989 and was succeeded.
What's up,
by
Dark Empire? Dark Empire was doing agreed, brother.
A key figure in the religious leadership of the country. Over time, Iran, Israel, and the US repeatedly engaged in conflicts. Sanctions were imposed onto Iran. Iran became a key financier of anti-Israeli militias in the region. In 2002, it was uncovered that Iran was enriching uranium at 2 secret locations. The enriched uranium could be used for nuclear reactors or nuclear weapons, a fear the US and its allies had had for a while already. Iran has repeatedly denied its alleged pursuit of nukes. The US and Israel ran many attempts to stop the nuclear program. Cyber attacks, the assassination of key scientists, and especially in the US's case through diplomacy. In 2015, the Obama administration and the Iranian regime agreed to a nuclear deal.
This is a good day, because once again, we're seeing what's possible with strong American diplomacy. Under the nuclear deal that we, our allies and partners, reached with Iran last year.
Okay, so they had a nuclear deal with Iran, so Iran wouldn't get nukes, right?
Bomb.
That's a good deal,
However,
no?
In 2018, President Trump pulled out of the deal.
That is a good deal, no?
This was a horrible, one-sided deal that should have never, ever been made.
Why did
Ever
he
since,
pull out of the deal?
relations have tensed up. In
Wait, was there a reason why he says it was the worst deal ever?
2025, in the midst of new negotiations, Israel and the US launched a series of airstrikes on Iran.
Bro, that makes me think he was. I don't know what the reasoning like. Isn't that a good deal to not have them create nuclear weapons?
Using bunker buster
I don't
bombs.
know, man.
3 Iranian nuclear sites were heavily damaged. In the same year, Iran plummeted further into an economic crisis. The currency crashed, food prices soared, people grew frustrated.
Okay.
By the end of 2025, mass demonstrations erupted across the country.
Okay, so this is what we just read on Wikipedia.
The Islamic Republic. Trump called for an uprising of the Iranian people against their government, saying help is on its way. But
help is on its way. Wait.
The regime brutally.
That is, as much as I don't like Trump, that is aura.
Cracked down on the protests.
That is for the protesters. I mean,
for days, little to no news
it helps the
made it
protesters,
out.
no?
In the end, thousands of people were killed. 50,000 reportedly got arrested.
Hopefully it works out for the best, bro, and hopefully they can start affording stuff over there and stuff, and hopefully it works out for the best for them, bro.
The US began to build up troops in the region, with Trump repeatedly threatening Iran.
But from the patterns, bro, that always happens when these war happens. There's always instability and stuff like that within these countries, bro. Whenever the US tries to intervene. So I hope that doesn't happen this time, bro.
Thursday, February 26, there was a last-ditch diplomatic effort between the two countries in Geneva. To no avail. Saturday, February 28, around 9:40 a.m. in Tehran, Iran's capital. This government compound is not far from Hur Square. It reportedly houses offices of the Iranian presidency, Iran's National Security Council, and the supreme leader. Since 2025, the US has apparently gained specific insights how Ayatollah Khamenei and the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps communicate and move while under pressure. Reportedly, the CIA has tracked Khamenei for months. They've mapped his whereabouts and studied his...
I wouldn't be surprised if the CIA and Mossad had freaking all their locations on their phones, every single one of everybody's locations all the time, bro. Like at 24/7. They probably had like they're probably connected to all their phones, all the officials in Iran, bro. All their phones and everything, bro. They know exactly where they are and all that. That's my bet, bro.
Patterns. They're confident he's here today, and they learned of a meeting of top Iranian officials on site. The US and Israel originally intended to strike at night under the cover of darkness. But they reportedly moved their time of attack. This opportunity was too good to miss. Suddenly, Israeli missiles hit the buildings. During impact, several national security officials are in one of them. Supreme Leader Khamenei reportedly in another. Afterwards, satellite imagery shows heavy damage to the buildings. Black smoke is rising. Geo-confirmed footage recorded here also shows massive amounts of smoke in the area of the compound. A picture taken here, too. Ali Hosseini Khamenei died in the attack. Also killed, Sayyid Abdurrahim Mousavi, Chief of Staff of Iran's armed forces. Ali Shamkhani, head of the National Defense Council. Mohammad Pakpour, Commander-in-Chief of the IRGC. Aziz Nazerzadeh, Defense Minister. According to Israeli news, a total of 30 senior Iranian officials were killed in...
By the way, they already killed the replacement leader? Wait, who's the replacement? Oh, the new, like, Iranian regime replacement leader? Or, like... Wait, the new Iranian regime leader, or this guy, the guy that they're trying to establish as the new leader of... No, this guy's still alive. Okay, so apparently they're trying to establish this guy as the new leader of Iran. I think it was his father that was, or somebody that was for him, related to him, that was used to be the monarchy of Iran in the 1960s or whatever, before the regime took over. Yeah. I don't know much about this guy, so I don't know, but I hope if he actually does become the new leader of Iran, I hope he has good values, bro.
Just half a
There's not much I can do here besides hoping it works out, you know what I'm saying?
In the opening strike. The operation was dubbed Roaring Lion in Israel and Epic Fury in the US. It has been planned...
Okay, bro. Epic Fury.
And for months,
that is quite a name of all time.
However, survived. Ali Larijani, Secretary of the Supreme National Security Council, vowed Iran would fight back and assured continuity of governance. The strike on the government compound was just one part of the operation. Afterwards, Israel reportedly take out Iran's air defenses, especially around Tehran. In a third wave, Israel deploys roughly 200 fighter jets, bringing much of its air force into Iran. The goal is reportedly to destroy as many Iranian missiles as possible, as fast as possible. The US reportedly joins in about 30 minutes after the attack on Iran's leadership. According to the New York Times, their attacks focus primarily on targets in eastern Iran, far away from Israel. They also attacked the Iranian fleet. Reportedly, US warships fired Tomahawk cruise missiles at Iranian targets. American ground forces use artillery rocket systems. Several military and command centers in Tehran are hit by Israeli airstrikes. Further explosions are reported in Iranian cities across the...
Wait, so were the like the leaders or whatever hiding inside of the school where the 50 girls or whatever were killed? Were they hiding inside of the school, or was it like a miscommunication that made them bomb a random school?
Country. Trump releases a video officially announcing the military operation and urges the Iranian people to take over their government.
When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours.
Because I know they always, bro, like, you can look even in last year, the year before, every single year, bro, there will always be a strike by the US that that to kill like one guy. It happened last year, I believe. To kill one guy, and the casualty was like 50 civilians inside of a building or something, and like 30 children. Like it always happens. Is that the case, or was it like complete? That's terrible that happens. That's horrible. That's a horrible thing. They should not kill civilians to kill one guy type shit. That should not happen. But is that what happened? Is that what happened? To that school in Iran a couple days ago.
To take.
Netanyahu later does the same.
נבטיח את נצח ישראל.
Shortly after their announcement, an airstrike hits the Sarayeh Tayyibi Elementary Girls School in Minab, Hormozgan province.
Oh, this is what I'm talking about, yeah. Okay, hopefully he answers the question here.
Officials claim that at least 175 people got killed, most of them likely children. These numbers have not yet been confirmed independently.
That's sad, bro.
According to
Rest
the New
in
York
peace,
Times,
bro.
the school is adjacent
Nobody
to an
deserves to
Iranian
be
naval
killed.
base.
No civilians
Command
should be
announced
killed
an
in war, bro.
investigation into the strike. Iran
That's a
launches
war crime.
Operation True Promise 4, and the retaliatory strikes begin. Countless missiles are fired at dozens of sites across the Middle East.
Oh, that's scary,
More
bro.
than 200 missiles are launched at Israel alone. In solidarity with Iran, the Houthis in Yemen announced that they will resume attacking shipping lanes in the Red Sea. This effectively ends a 3.5-month pause following the 2025 Gaza ceasefire. The US-led coalition reportedly intercepts several drones and missiles heading towards Erbil in the Kurdistan region of Iraq with no casualties. Multiple news outlets later report explosions near Erbil International Airport, where US soldiers are stationed. That afternoon, Dubai International Airport is hit with an Iranian drone, striking Terminal 3 and effectively closing UAE airspace. Several luxury hotels like the Burj Al Arab and Fairmont de Palm are set on fire.
Wait, so they're attacking all US like allies and Israel allies.
Unclear whether this was the result of a direct attack or if the fires were caused by debris from intercepted missiles. But the UAE...
Bro, isn't Mid-Beast from the UAE? Is Mid-Beast... Yo, Glumlock, can you check on Mid-Beast? Is he still alive, bro? Wait, Mid-Beast is from the UAE, bro. Wait, I have a chatter from the UAE, bro. Yo, is Mid-Beast alive, bro? Like I DM'd him, bro. I don't know if he's. I hope he is still alive. I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay, bro.
isn't the only country targeted by Iran. In Bahrain, missile and drone attacks hit the US Navy 5th Fleet headquarters. Footage shows what appears to be an Iranian Shahed drone striking a tower block roughly 20 minutes from the facility. In Qatar, the Ministry of Interior reports 66 ballistic missiles were fired at the country. The debris reportedly injured at least 8 people. In Saudi Arabia, the Prince Sultan Air Base is targeted by ballistic missiles, which are reportedly successfully intercepted. In Jordan, the military reports that it has intercepted and downed 49 drones and ballistic missiles, likely headed for the major US military bases across the country. In Kuwait, Iranian drones strike 2 passenger terminals of the Kuwait International Airport. In Syria, debris from an Iranian missile kills at least 4 civilians while injuring several others.
But I don't know if I could defend the Iranian regime, bro. The Iranian regime is definitely has to be swapped out.
Qatar and Saudi Arabia announced that they reserve the right to respond. The Arab League condemns Iran's attacks. Following the blanket strikes by Iran, NATO senior command said its missile defense systems in Europe and its early warning radar in Turkey are on alert. Some experts warn that Iran may activate sleeper cells in Europe and North America.
Oh, hell no.
There are many.
Wait, y'all think there are sleeper cells in the US, bro? Like sleeper agents ready to like bomb stuff, bro? Oh, heck nah, bro. I hope not, bro.
More events and details we can't cover in this video, as the texts continue back and forth. So let's zoom out a bit.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's true, though.
Controversial. On Truth Social, Trump said this.
Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime. Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world.
It's an argument for a war of necessity. An attack was looming across the sea, so the US had to strike preemptively. But it's unclear how Iran's activities directly endangered the United States. Iran was apparently years away from obtaining a nuclear weapon, according to the US's own intelligence. The country's ballistic missile arsenal is estimated to reach no more than 3,000 kilometers, a threat to neighboring countries, but not to the US. Iran might have been attacked because it was in a uniquely weak position, as a type of preventive measure. This might make this a war of choice, not one of necessity.
These preventive wars are often condemned internationally, not only because they're optional, because if every nation went out to strike adversaries who they thought were temporarily weak, we would live in a world of constant war.
True.
According to international law, a war of choice would be illegal. There are also discussions whether the attack was in violation of the US Constitution. Trump started the war without congressional approval. Across the US and parts of the world, protests erupted, partly against the Iranian regime, partly against American involvement in the war. Oil prices have risen sharply. Experts warn of an impending global energy crisis because of the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. In Iran, people celebrate the death of Ayatollah Khamenei. Others are grieving. At this point, it remains unclear who will succeed him. For now, the regime formed a provisional government. It seems set on revenge and continues to strike Israeli and US bases. The exact number of deaths is hard to determine at this point. According to the US military, so far 3 American soldiers have been killed, with 5 seriously injured.
Damn.
According to Al Jazeera, 10 people have been killed in Israel, 3 in the UAE, 1 in
3 in the UAE, bro. It's mint. Yo, somebody check on mint bees, bro.
Bahrain, 1 in Kuwait, 13
Yo, Glamlock, check on mint bees, bro.
in Lebanon, and 2 in Iraq. The Iranian Red Crescent has reported that since the attacks, at least 555 people have been killed, with hundreds injured. According to the Times of Israel, these numbers do not differentiate between military and civilians. The situation is likely to escalate further in the upcoming days. Timely reporting like this is incredibly resource-intensive. It's only possible thanks to today's sponsor, Hansen Shaving. We're grateful they're supporting our work. Many men experience razor reduces flat on TV.
Yo, is that it? W video, bro. Educational video. Very educational segment. Very educational segment right there, bro. W video. Sad W video, but sad that there's like a lot of bad stuff is going on in the world, like war and stuff, you know.